Welcome to BBC News. The main story we're going to talk about today is terrorism and how it affects people's lives in schools and in Wales.
We understand this is a tragedy, and we have asked two pupils from each year group in a comprehensive school, Year 7s, Year 8s, Year 9s, Year 10s and Year 11s.
First we interview three pupils from Year 7, Maya, Zia and Callum.
Here's the interview. Interviewing three Year 7 pupils.
Are you interested in stories about terrorism?
Sometimes.
Depending on what the story is.
Yes. How do you react when it appears on the news? Sorry for the people who's getting terrorised.
I tell my family and I feel really bad for them and like I could help them.
Yeah. We're sorry people who live there.
How do you feel about hearing stories about terrorism?
Like really upset because I really want to help them.
It's hard listening to them because you think you can help them, but it's actually quite hard to because they live far away.
I feel like there's no me, but I feel sorry for everyone.
So thank you for that.
It's two Year 8 pupils, Ellie and Kai.
Here's the interview.
Yes, because I think it's important to know what's going on in the world so you can avoid going into those situations yourself. Yeah, because all I know is the world when it comes to peace right now.
How do you react when it appears on the news?
I think it's really strange because we're such a small community. You can't ever imagine something like that happening here, but it goes on in other worlds. I feel heartbroken and
How do you feel about hearing stories about terrorism?
I think it's really strange to hear about because you wouldn't think that anyone would ever do something like that. It's really strange to think that people would do that.
Okay, do you worry more now that you're older?
Yeah, I feel like now I'm getting older, is it going to be okay for me to go on trips on my own? And yeah, because I think now you're getting older, you have more responsibilities and you have more choices to make yourself. So you need to know the right thing to do, otherwise you could end up in bad situations.
Okay, thank you.
For letting us interview. Thank
We
you.
interview two Year 9 pupils, Ellie and Jake.
Here's the interview. Two Year 9 pupils.
Are you interested in hearing stories about terrorism?
Yeah.
How do you react when it appears on the news?
Quite shocked.
How do you feel about hearing stories about terrorism?
It's quite worrying.
Do you worry now that you get older?
No, not really.
Okay, thank you for your time.
Thank
We
you.
interviewed two Year 10 pupils, David and Harry.
Here's the interview.
Two Year 10 pupils.
Are you interested in stories about terrorism?
No, not really.
How do you react when it appears on the news?
Bit frightened, but no, not bad.
It's not really affecting us
No.
at the moment.
How do you feel about hearing stories about terrorism from other people?
Unless it's an actual experience that they had, it doesn't really bother me.
Do you worry more now that you're older?
Nope.
Nope, not at all.
Okay,
Thank you. Thanks.
Next we interview two Year 11 pupils, Morgan and Lewis.
And here's the interview. We are now interviewing two Year 11 pupils. Are you interested in stories about terrorism?
Yeah.
How do you act when you hear about terrorism on the TV?
Bit shocked when you first hear it.
Very nice, no?
How do they make you feel?
Bit like angry, I suppose.
Do you worry more now you've gotten older?
Yeah, a bit more.
Yeah, a little bit.
Earlier today, we have found out that 19 people were killed during an attack in Tunisia by terrorists.
In these interviews, it shows that wherever you group you're in, you can still be terrified about terrorism.
The majority of people would do like to hear about terrorists, but in these interviews, only two people did not like to hear about terrorism, but they are still terrified about this story.